Good evening, welcome back to Be Rich. Today is Sunday and my brother is back here and we are going to discuss an important development in my home city of Madras. What was considered a point of reference in Tamil Nadu in Madras for many years is going to vanish. A landmark is going to vanish if one believes the news reports. So we thought we would discuss it. Welcome back to Be Rich.
Well, Anand, we've always known since this pandemic started, even before the pandemic, that real estate sector in India has been really stressed. But now that we can see, it's actually showing huge fault lines cracking through our hotel industries, and some of our so-called premier properties, which have been landmarks in Chennai, look like they might be sinking. The one which you're talking about is iconic Adyar Gate Hotel.
Yes, I read about that. There are three big hotels which have already become residential thing. One is the Admiralty Hotel, which you won't know, which I would have known as a youngster. Then there was an Oceanic Hotel on the Santom High Road, which has also become a highway complex. But these went out of, and then there was another hotel in Egmore, which also became a big apartment complex.
Correct.
Hotel Breeze in Poonamandi became an apartment complex.
Correct.
All this is before COVID.
Correct.
So I thought the churn is over. And I never thought a day would come when the Adayar Park Hotel, what was known as Park Sheraton those days,
Correct.
would go off the map of Madras. But like many such monuments have left the mark of Madras, a historic property is going to go down the tube. The family which owned that hotel is known to me because our cousin brother, we all went to DAV except you. You went
Yes.
abroad with my parents.
Okay, that's different.
So one of my cousins was classmates with this Goyals.
Correct.
They were a family in trouble all the time. They had a lot of income tax cases. They had a house in Jaipur colony which income tax put up for auction. And the after the ruins of that business, the money main business that survived was
The hotel.
a hotel. And this was leased to
ITC.
ITC was the management consultant. It did fairly well, and they set up they built a new tower there,
Correct. The
for which
Park
it
Tower.
looks like from reports intimating they borrowed money to
Build the tower.
build the tower. And they also used money, they diverted money from this hotel to build a resort in Mahabalipuram called Intercontinental.
Correct.
All this happened before COVID.
Correct.
And for them, two unlucky things happened. One is ITC built its own
Premier property.
premier property,
Grand
the
Chola.
Grand Chola, which is down the road and left on Guindy, the old Campacola property.
Correct.
And they said, thanks, no thanks, we don't want this property anymore.
No, I think it was a little more like that. They kept on holding it, but they kept diverting the business to whatever
Grand
business
Chola.
was coming to Park Sheraton was being funneled to
Grand Chola.
Grand Chola, yes.
So they finally decided to part ways.
The Goyal said thank you.
Thank you. And so they went to Crown Plaza, and the hotel lost its luster.
Yes, they didn't reinvest in renovating it.
Yeah. So even before, this is all before the
COVID crisis, yes.
And the CSK team was using that as their base.
Correct.
And even in the ATP tennis Chennai Open,
Yes.
that was a player residence area.
Correct.
So they got a lot of business.
Yes.
But they were already over leveraged in debt.
Yes.
And there is a report in the newspaper which the owners have denied.
Correct.
Is they have not paid property tax for 42 crores and
Correct.
the Corporation of Madras organized
drum
beating outside the place. So all this must have pushed it over the edge. The deal is not signed. The papers are not there. But it looks like the hotel is going under the hammer. Seabras will take it. He will settle the debt.
Correct.
The promoters may get some property in that. They will demolish it and build a high-rise towers. This is in a very strategic location. This used to belong to the TTK family.
Correct.
And TT Vasu's family inherited it.
Correct. And they are the ones who gave it to Goyal.
They gave it to Goyal about 40-50 years back.
True.
But it was not a distress sale.
No, it wasn't.
They got a good deal and they sold it.
Correct.
And they have other properties also.
Correct. But let's talk about the Seabras, for instance. Let's further delve into this. This is Goyal, yes, what he explained about what's happening is correct. But do you think Seabras is making a strategically right decision? Because they already have two hotels, one on St. Mary's called
They are not
Raintree,
built.
and one on Anna Saleh called Raintree again.
Raintree.
They got two hotels. Then the other one which was supposed to be there, they shelved it, the MRC Nagar, and they made it into an apartment block. And for a long time, that was in the news saying they're not able to sell anything. Now the current thing is they've sold everything there, and now you can't even get second-hand apartment there, meaning the news is good over there. So you think it is worth investing in a real estate market like this right now? Though it's a premier property, it is next to Boat Club, all the things which you say ticks off. But do you think it can demand a premium price on a location like that?
I don't think he can demand a premium price.
Hmm.
The news in Boat Club is the rate per square feet is 30,000 rupees per square feet.
Correct.
So 6 crores to buy a 2,000 square apartment. Appasamy has built an apartment called Oceana, Azure Oceana there
Correct.
on the seafront,
Correct.
which is supposedly doing very well
Correct.
at 22,000 rupees per square feet.
Correct.
What I think Seabras will do is those who want to go to Boat Club but will not be able to go to
Go
Boat
and
Club,
afford the boat club.
he will sell it, though he will claim that he is selling at 30,000. The first few properties which people are willing to wait, put
Early
money-
birders. Yeah.
early birds, basically investors, he will sell it for 20,000 rupees
A square feet.
a square feet and pay up the land quickly.
Correct.
And then he will hold back property. As he constructs, the value goes up, he will sell it at 30,000. But not many people will not know about the guys who bought it for 20,000 and sold it for 30,000, which he would have discounted, sold. Maybe instead of 20, he will sell it for 22, 25. That is within a close circle of his friends. And he will take the base ready and he will wait on it for 3-4 years to sell the rest of the property.
Very good. So this point which you just highlighted now, it brings me to one interesting thing which you spoke with Dr. Hafiz in the Tamil channel about property investing. If you have 1 crore and he's saying, so if you have, let's say, a flush cash of sitting around 2 crores, is it a worthwhile thing to get into? Let's say Seabros is a known brand, it is a relatively good location and everything. To enter in early and negotiate at 20,000, do you think it's worth waiting for 4 years to sell it again at maybe 30,000?
See, I won't do it.
Why?
No, I'm a sophisticated investor because I know exactly what to do, where to invest, in the sense that I know how to move money out of India legally.
Correct.
So I am today I will sit on cash waiting for an opportunity. Like last year, I plunged into Tata Steel to buy it at 250 rupees.
Correct.
If you ask me, I rather buy Tata Steel at 250 rupees than buy a Seabras property
Correct.
because I knew for sure Tata is not going bankrupt.
Correct. We cannot predict the real estate market. That's true.
No, of the choices I'm telling you.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Because there's no transparency in anything in this.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Seabros is a privately held company. It's
Yeah,
not a public
exactly. Yeah.
company.
Now, if I have, say, something like 10 crores to invest,
Hmm.
and then I can easily take $250,000
Hmm.
in one name, that's about 7.5 crores in one name.
Correct.
So, my family is me, my wife, my brother's wife, children. So, I'm talking about 5-6 people there.
Correct.
So, I can take 15-20 crores easily, or about 40-50 crores hopefully. There's going to be a big crack in technology stocks in America. It's coming, it's around the corner.
Yes.
I rather buy Apple.
Correct.
I rather buy Google.
Correct.
I rather buy Amazon.
Correct.
I buy the good stocks, not Facebook,
Correct.
not Twitter.
Correct.
But I know Google is not going anywhere.
Correct.
I know Amazon is not going anywhere. I know Microsoft is not going anywhere.
Correct.
I know Google, these 4 companies are not going anywhere.
Correct.
I know Coke is not going anywhere.
Correct.
I know Procter Gamble is not going anywhere.
True.
So I'll just move 25 crores out of the country
And hold it there. Park
and
it there.
park it there. It's a dual benefit for me.
True. When you're working against the dollar and the rupee.
I'm betting against the
Yes.
rupee.
Yes.
The rupee has to correct. It will correct.
Correct.
So I will get 4 or 5% in that.
True.
Plus, some of these are dividend paying companies. Apple is a dividend paying company, and so is Procter and Gamble and Coke are very high yield. Even Intel is a high dividend paying company.
True.
I collect dividend. I collect 3 to 4% in
Dollar.
the dollar going down every year.
Correct.
My capital is protected. I buy at the bottom of the market.
Correct.
Sit it for 5 years, 10 years.
Correct.
Who knows, at 125 a dollar,
Correct.
price doubles from me, the low point. I sell off and I make a lot of money.
Once again.
That for me is a better bet than buying.
Seabros's apartment and waiting.
This is because I'm sophisticated. I know what happens. So I will take a sophisticated bet, buy some lot of stock in this, and sit on it tight. I won't be tempted to go into this.
Even now, you will not recommend. Even if you get a so-called Kohinoor diamond, some
There
people
is
are
no
comparing it.
Kohinoor. For me, it's a bond market bus.
True.
Real estate is similar
Yes,
to a
there
bond.
is a lack of transparency. You don't see any prospect in real estate market.
For me, it's very simple. What is the rental yield?
True.
Right? And for 3 years, I'm not going to get money.
Correct.
If I give him money for 3 years, I have to market at least 10%.
The maths doesn't make sense compared to what you're offering in terms of what is sophisticated plan which you said.
Yeah. So
returns
I am I would accumulate cash to buy those stocks rather than try to do this nonsense.
And of course, in your plan, you would have price transparency also. You'll be able to move because of price transparency. If something is up in the market,
I'm
you can
only
move.
saying this. In 2016, Buffett had $48 billion. 2021, the 92-year-old man has $150 billion.
True.
He's not buying this.
True.
So he must be knowing something which we don't. I rather sit on cash than do this.
Agreed. So you don't see there's an opportunity at least in the real estate market where you can buy something for 20,000 rupees and sell it for 1 crore.
See, you should treat real estate as a bond instrument.
True.
What is the return that
So that bumper yield which we saw 15 years, 20 years ago was a...
No. That is because that you bought.
Was a rare anomaly is what I'm saying.
No. From the same Seabra's Chaitanya you bought and you sold a flat.
Yes.
That is because Manmohan Singh brought in that rule
Correct.
of income tax.
Correct.
Now
but that is a very rare thing. What you're saying,
that's
a
a
swan
once in
event.
lifetime achievement.
Yeah, black swan event. You're not going to see that again.
That's not this. There is no black swan in this.
There is no black swan.
Right. Interest rates are going to rise.
Correct.
Right. Today, Government of India is borrowing at a rate higher than your housing loan rate.
Absolutely right.
So why should I borrow? Government of India will give me 7% here. Why should I borrow? Why should I take Seabras for that property? I won't.
Okay.
And see, there he builds in two. I think he'll get 100 flats there.
True.
Right? If there are 100 flats there, for a long time it is going to be investors who are holding it.
True.
Because I don't see 100 families being able to pay that kind of money to settle down there.
Yes.
I am not going to move.
True.
Old money will not move from their place of residence.
True. Anyway, thanks for this talk, and it was an interesting conversation which we had.
Thank you. So we had an interesting chat where we discussed Seabras, and he asked me a question, what would I do with if I had 10 crores of money lying with me? And I gave what I would do. If you find it interesting, please do write to us at bricenglish@gmail.com. Thank you for watching Brich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to brichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support.
For hot financial news reviews and economical updates, watch Be Rich. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.